He's late again.
It's still the middle of the night.
Oh, no, it isn't. I know a doll when I see one. You can't see anything when there's nobody to see anything with. I declare if I don't have to do everything myself. He's getting old, but you would think after all this time he would finally know just when to... Well, it's about time.
Wake up, sleepyhead, wake up,
sleepyhead, wake up, sleepyhead, wake up, sleepyhead.
Wake up, you sleepyhead, the air is sweet and cold.
Wake up, sleepyhead,
You're up, you sleepyhead, you're sleeping way too late.
sleepyhead, wake up, get up, jump up, the day has just begun. Sleepyhead, too late to hibernate, spring has just been sprayed. Wake up, sleepyhead, the creek is creaking, the croak is croaking. Wake up, sleepyhead, the birds are praying, the river's running. Wake up, sleepyhead, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake.
Excuse me? Time's a waste, and get up, everyone. The new day has sprung. It's daylight in the swamp. Come here, fur. You can't go anywhere looking like that. If you don't eat a good breakfast, you'll never accomplish anything. Wash your face. You're a mess. Oh, Miss Toad, dear. It's much too early to be showing such potential. You frogs there, you're out of key. Good gracious, must I see to everything? Miss Goose, dear, don't sing. It's not your strength.
But I'm starting a singing career, so I must practice.
Take up macrame instead. Trust me, you're too old to change now. Would you look at that? Mr. Bumble is pollinating the hollyhocks again. Mr. Bumble, go on to the irises. Honestly, I think he's going daft. I don't know what folks would do around here without needing the sun to get them up. Well, mostly me, although the sun really does its rise. Oh, look, it's that lazy gray cat. Honestly, Miss Goose, I don't know what you like about her. She's so self-centered.
She is, but she has a heart of gold. Besides,
We've been friends, you gray cat. I can see you've missed most of the morning. Again. She looks like she's put on a little weight, and it does not suit her. Aren't your cheeks looking round and rosy this morning?
it's all muscle, Miss Hen, but thank you for noticing.
Muscle or not, I can see there is a lot of it.
Well,
You're looking good in spite of your weight gain.
well, I think so too. This purple skirt is quite flattering, don't you think?
See what I mean? We mustn't spend too much time courting vanity now, Gray Cat.
Well, I can help it. Every time I get out of bed, I think, oh, you lucky bunch of creatures, get me for another day. You do not. Oh, but I do. I'm a cat, and that really says it all. Listen, a rainbow doesn't stop shining to ask why it is so beautiful. Neither do stars hold a pageant to see which one is the brightest? They simply are. I can't help the way I feel. All this beauty's just so doggone real. I try not to show up all my charm, but if I hold back, it caused me harm. So let me give you a little step. I'm 100% of a cat, that's all that. I've learned to accept my status in life. If you think I'm not a threat, please just go ask your wife. And I try not to strut, and I try not to brag, but there's nothing on me that's beginning to sag. So let me give you a little step. I'm 100% of a cat, that's all that. They say you should live by the golden rule. Do unto others as they do unto you. But if you did all the things I do, I'd still be me, and you still be you. So enjoy my physique and pretend it's your own. There's no harm in wishing, as long as it's known that I'm irresistible. A bit of God, so take a look at some back of the line. Let me give you a little step. I'm 100% of a cat, that's all that. Teeth straight, there ain't no flat. I'm 100% of a cat. I stand tall, my belly's flat. I'm 100% of a cat, all muscle, no fat. I'm 100% of a cat, that's all that.
I declare, I don't think I've ever heard a dog talk that way.
Oh, they would if they were cats.
I must get about my business. I can't stand around all day long. Good day, Gray Cat.
It's everybody else's business that takes so much of her time. She means well. Say, Miss Goose, will you stop in for some tea this afternoon? Well, I have some vanilla crumpets. I will indeed.
I could stop in too, if you like. Vanilla crumpets, you said?
Vanilla with a dusting of sugar sprinkles. I would be happy to have you, although I might need to bake another batch.
Oh, well, I'm on a diet, so don't expect me to eat too much.
My dear Miss Pig, I will not hear you starving yourself to a toothpick. Your skin tone is beautiful. You are so lucky to have so much room to display it.
Well, you can go ahead and make up that extra batch. You can always have them up if they don't get eaten.
Good day, ladies. I'll be waiting for you at tea time.
Un momento, mademoiselle. I will watch over you always. Je suis prête, mademoiselle.
Well, I'm ready too. I haven't had my lunch yet, so... I thought you were a little bit of corn wrapped up. Or maybe some cheese. Well, I never expected this. Oh, okay. Oh, please don't cry. You're breaking my heart. Oh, I meant no harm. You see, it never occurred to me that my lunch might be someone else's mother. I'm a cat. So I eat mice, and always have. Well, that's another thing. I've always called them mice, never mother. I thought of it more like a grocery item found in the cold cut section. Oh, I guess I've been a tad self-centered lately. Well, most of my life. Well, maybe all my back to being the way I was. Well, that's a lot to give up. Oh, no. No, I can never go back. My days of killing, which I used to call eating, are over. But one thing at a time. I must find you a home and beg that my sins may be forgiven. Gray Cat, are you still here? I forgot my gathering basket this morning. What's gotten into you? Oh, let's not talk about that, please. Why, you look a little sick. Shall I get my herbal remedies? No! Oh, I mean, I just spit it out.
Oh, please, Miss Goose. It's too late for that.
See here, Gray Cat, you better come clean. I've known you far too long for you to be hiding something from me. I just deprived a baby from her mother? Oh, that's bad! Well, I was just doing what I've always done. Well, that's good.
I just never realized what I've always done.
Ah, that's bad! Well, I was just having lunch. Oh, that's good.
But then my lunch belonged to someone else.
Oh, that's bad!
I didn't know at the time.
Well, that's good.
And then I heard the baby cry.
Oh, that's... You ate a baby? Oh, that's good. I ate her mother? Oh, that's bad! Gray Cat, you've got a baby. I know, that's what I've been talking about.
Miss Goose, what am I gonna do?
I'm no Einstein, but I'd say you owe her something. Have you ever changed a diaper before?
Oh, I can't possibly owe her that much.
Well, you're right. I've got to find someone who will take care of this poor forsaken orphan.
Miss Goose, I've been meaning to ask you, how is your brood of goslings? They must be all grown and flown by now.
Sorry, but my empty nest is packed up and put away. Besides, you know I'm working on my new singing career.
But Miss Goose,
You can't sing. Well, that's why I'm working on it. You can do anything if you have enough faith.
that's a mighty little faith.
We all need some at times.
This could be one of those times.
Good day, Miss Goose, Gray Cat. Lovely morning.
Lovely, lovely, say.
Uncle Rat, you're looking a little, shall I say, lonely? Is everything all right up there in that big, lonely house on the hill?
What are you up to, Gray Cat?
Well, why does everybody think I'm up to something?
Because you are. And while we're on the subject, what do you have wrapped up in that bundle?
This? Oh, this is what I've been meaning to talk about. This is a, well, you might say back
It's a baby mouse. Gray Cat was bringing her to you to raise, seeing as neither of us are competent as far as knowing what to do for a baby mouse.
Good day to you both.
Wait! She needs someone to take care of her. You can't ignore the situation.
I don't see a situation. Good luck, Gray Cat.
But Uncle, she's one of your own. Have a heart.
I do have a heart, and it's an old one. I'm an old codger. I know nothing about raising babies. I would be the laughing stock of the pond. They would take away Mrs. Stork's license to deliver.
Fine. You're right. It was a ridiculous idea anyway. Will you hold her, please? I have to go blow my nose.
You know, I never actually looked at her. Look at her, Uncle. Now that's what I call a little cutie.
Small, isn't she?
That's how they come out when they're first born. I think that was one of Mother Nature's other ideas.
Here, Cousin, you take her.
Just a second. I think I have a sliver in my foot.
It's a big one. Oh, look, I think she's trying to say something.
Don't be a goose. She can't talk yet.
Here, Gray Cat, enough of these shenanigans. My afternoon stroll's calling me. What are you doing to her?
I'm rocking her. You know what babies like?
They like gentle rocking, like this. There you go. If you are pinching her for your own selfish reasons, I will see to it that...
I may be a bit supple-for, but I would never!
All right, here. Now you jiggle her like this. I'm not turning around, Gray Cat.
I'm doing everything you showed me.
Seems you have a little will of your own. I think you're making a mistake choosing me, but if I'm the one who makes you happy, then I guess I'm the one. Oh, won't you hush, my little one, for you have nothing now to fear. For it's by God's mysterious design, some angel must have brought you here. I see I am the one who chose, and I'll protect you from lost strife. And with my very careful list of care, I'll ease your path all through your life. I pledge my heart and my love, and I swear I'll take care of you until I die. I will defend, and I'll never abandon the promise I made to you now. Life holds more than you can know, and I will offer you my home, and you will be my very flesh and blood, and we will never live alone. I pledge my heart and my love, and I swear I'll take care of you until I die. I will defend, and I'll never abandon the promise I made to you now. Oh, won't you hush, my little one, for you have nothing now to fear. For it's by God's mysterious design, some angel must have brought you here. Oh, won't you hush, my little one, for you have nothing now to fear. For it's by God's mysterious design, some angel must have brought you here. I can truly say thank you for the trouble you've gotten yourself into.
She doesn't need to know the particulars of her beginnings, does she?
She will only know that heaven brought her to me and Mrs. Stork had a midlife crisis.
That we will. Don't you think? From a mouse's point of view? No. But those two need each other, seeing as the one no longer has someone with a mother's touch, so to speak. All right, Miss Goose, I get the picture. I can no longer live the way I did. I wonder how the little mouse will grow up without a mother. Will she be tough and angry? Or sad and lonely? Or frightened, and who knows? But she couldn't have a more loving caretaker. I think she'll be fine. A little spoiled, but fine. Do you know how to make toe jam burgers? I think you mean tofu burgers. And yes, I do. I'll show you while I put an ice pack on your nose. It's swelling to great proportions. I think I have a song that I can sing for this occasion. It's called The Red, Red Nose of Summer. Well, it's the red, red nose of summer! You keep practicing, Miss Goose. You know what they say. What doesn't kill you makes you wish it did. Oh, I mean, those who laugh harder fall faster. Those who fall faster laugh harder.
Well, if you ask me,
Nobody did.
I'm sorry for your lack of curiosity. Some call it curiosity, some call it gossip.
Well, if you don't want to know about a certain Uncle Rat who now has a baby mouse trace and says it was left on his doorstep by Mrs. Stork,
Do tell.
I don't want you to think I'm just some old gossip.
Land of Lakes, you are not just any old gossip. You are the absolute, royal, unchallenged, supreme tongue wagger and Miss Busybody Pants of all inhabited lands. So go on.
Well, there's this baby mouse he's raising, and she's cute, too.
You've seen her?
Why, yes, when I was peeping through Uncle's window.
You were peeking through his window?
Why didn't you just knock on his door and ask to see her?
I didn't want him to think I was checking up on him.
But you were.
Yes, but I needed father from the back.
I actually knocked on the front door and he let me right in. He's so good with that little mouse. Bless his heart. It could make you cry.
All I know is she certainly fell into a good situation.
And she's such a little cutie.
What a little cutie, she's stolen all our hearts. If you're looking for some good luck, Miss Mousie's where it starts. What a little cutie, she's loved by one and all, yeah. If it weren't for good luck,
ever do, something must have gone wrong. Work salt is the only thing that will fix it now. Oh, Mondu, I hope your hungry mom pan is turning out well. It's not done turning, but when it does well, oh, my great cat, how nice to see you. You are staying for dinner? Yes, of course you are.
Greetings, dear. You were looking beautiful every day. But no, I was sure I'd avoid dinner time, so I'll just see how I need to try.
Sit, friend. You've been caught. I mean invited. She's been working on it all afternoon. You never know.
Oh, Day Suleiman here. I must gather some mint for your after-dinner stomach tonic, just in case.
Not a good sign.
Take your time, my dear, but don't go too far. Great Cat and I will catch up and sharpen up our appetites.
I will write a poem about the pangs of hunger, which the ancients say is the best spice.
The worst day of my life and the best day of yours. It's one and the same. The winds of change brought blessings down from the hills that day.
Indeed, and now like all good things, I'm afraid it's coming to an end.
You don't actually think her stew will kill us this time, do you?
It only tastes like it might. I have loved her every moment she's been with me. It's appropriate you speak of the winds of change. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Well, friend, you know what they say. All's well that ends up in the right place.
That's not what they say.
Same meaning. So, what's on your noggin? What chai you chewing on? Which train is leaving the station? What cans of beans are you waiting to spill? What?
As I was saying, I'm concerned about my Miss Mousie.
She's just going through a phase.
And I'll be going through a gate of Pearlian pretty soon, too.
You know, you really don't have to eat so much of her stew this time. Surely hurting her feelings is better than dying.
I'm worried, and I need your advice.
Well, friend, all I know is you've done a fine job of raising her. She's such a lovely mouse. She's brought happiness and sunshine to a home that was a house.
See, I'm old and getting older, and she's so wild and free. Here is my dilemma, so lend your ear to me. Ooh, I've got to tell ya, and I hate to break the news. Yeah, I've got to get my mousy Mary performed on and buried blue.
What'd you say?
I said, ooh, I've got to tell ya, man, I hate to break the news. Yeah, I've got to get my mousy Mary performed on and buried blue. I'm not sure that she hasn't gone and raised herself. I never could say no to her, but at times she's tried my help. I've got to find a husband that she can call her own. Then I will be ready when the good Lord calls me home. Ooh, I gotta tell ya, man, I hate to break the news. Yeah, I've got to get my mousy Mary performed on and buried blue. Ooh, I gotta tell ya, man, I hate to break the news. Yeah, I've got to get my mousy Mary performed on very blue.
Dear friend, I'll help you find a husband. I know a few good bets. We'll post a notice at the pond and see what we can catch.
She must never know about my desperate plan. And as for all the creatures at the pond, I will surely ban. You know as I do, the parties there are wild, and I'll never approve of that for my precious child.
Then what about your nephew? You knew so long ago. Your last living relative. Would you go for that or no? Ooh, we got to tell ya, man, we hate to break the news. Yeah, we've got to get our mousy Mary before we're done and Mary blue.
having that work.
Well, haven't you heard of Google? Well, once he's found, I will send word for him to come and visit, and we'll let fate play the hand.
I hope Fate is in a good mood.
Well, if I didn't just see Miss Toad with that froggy color.
What were they doing?
They were singing.
Is that a euphemism?
Must you put on airs with your big words? I'm saying she and he were singing with all her, charm.
Were they alone?
Well, no, but they might as well have been with the way she was looking at him.
Was he looking back?
Well, no, but that's not the point.
And the point would be?
Must I explain everything to you? Look, there's Frog and his gang now. Yoo-hoo, what are you guys doing?
Oh, hello, Miss Hen. We're on our way to a gig up at Shady Glen Tavern. Would you like to come along and sing harmony with us?
What's a gig?
It's a job.
Why didn't he just say that?
Musicians call their jobs gigs.
Who says?
You talk to her.
Everyone says it because that's just the word they use.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm much too busy to go running off to do things I'm sure are not in the dictionary, but thank you for asking.
Well, if you change your mind, just let me know.
I don't trust those who can't be plainly.
That is up to you for good manners and simplicity happiness.
Have you been reading that Shakespeare fellow again?
Yours is not the art of a poet. You would not understand.
Froggy, please don't let her say. Shady Glen is too far to be waxing and waning over sonnets. Besides, I'm hungry.
Well, I brought some bug kits.
You need biscuits?
Oh, no, I mean bug kits.
This rug food is for you.
Judging by the amount you eat, you should be pretty near dead.
Come on, gangs. We're going to frog eating tonight. We can't be late.
Settle down! We don't want to be kicked out of here so soon. Again. For the last time. Again.
It seeps beneath your walls. It shoots right through it, for you know where in there crawls. It's flaming hammer. Your dreamy nights are done. Take care of your happy lover, 'cause something dark has come. Like a coffin full of molasses in a coal mine of light. Our moon's been that blindfold twice. Darker than the darkest love. Where the darkest things are done. You'll at least stay back a rhythm, 'cause something dark has come. It's darker than the darkest switch into the light.
Oh, that's what I'm talking.
Darker than the darkest part of the darkest part of the charcoal.
Oh, that's what I'm talking.
In a coal mine of the light. Animals been down blindfold, golden twice. Where the darkest things are done. You'll be staying up for rhythm, 'cause something dark has come. It's darker than the darkest hitched to the black.
Oh, that's what I'm talking.
Darker than the darkest part of the darkest part of the charcoal.
Oh, that's what I'm talking.
It creeps beneath your floorboards. It seeps beneath your walls. It shoots right through your ankle, down wherever that falls. It's flaming and reaching. Your dreamy nights are done. Take care of your happy lover, 'cause something dark has come.
Take care, you happy lovers, 'cause something dark has
Come.
come. You're not from around here. Looks like you traveled a piece.
I have. I'm heading to Lilliput Pond. Tell my uncle I have a problem I've not seen for years.
And what problem is that, may I inquire?
Well, it's private.
Indeed.
I am a pillar of privacy.
So that's my problem.
Marriage, you say? Marriage to a mouse. Oh my.
I'll look more when I talk to my uncle.
And what a beautiful problem to have. Say, I would like you to meet my friends. Well, not really my friends. My partners. No, not my partners. My rats. I would like you to meet my rats. This dim, dumb, and dumpster.
Now that's cute. Hey, who's he calling cute?
Lily sure ain't you. Why, look, she has a little dimple right there.
No, as I told you to tie this one up. No, tie him down. No, tie him up is right. Tie this on? Yeah, that's it. Tie him down when you're tying this on.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't worry. My guys have a place for you to stay. Right, guys?
That's kind of you, but I better be going.
Oh, sorry we're late, folks. We took a wrong turn in the piney woods.
Hey, I just said right left.
Well, when we went right, why didn't you say left?
Because I already told you that it was right to go left. I can't help it if you don't want to listen to me.
Well, from now on I won't. I don't want to have to wonder where we're wandering.
While we were wandering, I was wondering, can a wanderer get lost, or is he just wandering? But then, does he ponder the blunder the customer started lunch wander yonder? Or was he wondering why he was just wondering?
Oh, it's just low blood sugar, folks. He'll be fine as soon as he gets a snack. Now on a more serious
Hey,
note.
Froggy, do you want me to set my new poem now?
He said serious.
Do you want me to smack him now, Froggy?
Guys, we're still on stage. Come on, let's sing. My heart is lonesome, and I'm sure some of you out there may know the feeling.
I'm married.
Elysia, someone you belong to.
Well, who are you talking about?
It's beautiful Miss Toad, of course. You're blind not to see how she loves you.
She's like that with everybody.
Not me.
Well, have you tried courting her?
Wedding her?
Courting. It's a custom we have. I'll explain later. He's hitting a trail. He's setting his sail. Turning his back to the wind. He's leaving on time. Leaving us behind. With a sword at his side for a friend. He's packing for packing. As good as he could. With all he could hold except time. Don't stand in his way. Got nothing to say. So give him your best and mine. He's packing for packing. As good as he could. With all he could hold except time. Don't stand in his way. Got nothing to say. So give him your best and mine. Yes, give him your best and mine. Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll take a quick break and be back on for a more lively set.
What are you, blind?
Well, you ran into me.
It's amazing what they let come in here these days.
Oh, man, you see that rat? I think he ran into me on purpose. And hard, too.
I'm gonna go knock on his door,
No,
Froggy.
no. He can't hurt me. You know, he really looks like he's seen some hard times. I mean, maybe he really didn't see me. No harm done.
Wow. 2 opportunities in one night. My luck really must be changing. What's a singing frog doing with a dagger anyways?
I have been, thinking, Froggy.
That can't be good.
Explains this courting to me. Your customs are strange.
Oh, well, it's the same around the world. If you like a girl, you let her know. By giving her sweet words, going on walks in the moonlight, pina coladas.
That's courting?
Oh, well, it's not completely courting until you finalize it. By tying your true love to a tree at midnight and returning the next morning to make sure you're still open.
Courting, is that true?
Oh, the part about tying her to a tree is, I mean, you can come back anytime you want. You just don't want to leave her tied to the tree too long, though, because the person who unties her first gets to have her.
This is a strange country.
Come on, guys, let's just finish this week and go home. Got a feeling something exciting is about to happen.
Oh boy, Friday's going up his feelings again.
Did you hear the latest? Uncle Rat has ordered a mail-order groom for Miss Mousy.
Where did you get that catalog?
Who told you that? Great cat, bless her heart, goes weak in front of one of my famous cream puffs.
Why must everything you do be famous?
And why must you tempt her like that? What did she say?
Well, Uncle has a long-lost nephew that's been found and sent to her. Apparently, no one must know about this since he's hoping to spring it on her. He wants her to fall in love and marry before Uncle passes from this earth.
Is Uncle sick?
Well, no, but he's getting on in his years and he wants to get her settled. You know, she's got her head in the clouds with all her poetry and daydreaming. I don't blame him.
Oh, I remember when I was young. Roscoe. Now there was a pig.
Really, Miss Pig? I didn't know you had a beau.
Oh yes, he was the love of my life.
Well, what happened?
Oh, we weren't compatible.
Why not?
He was such a pig.
I heard it was because that he said the sands in your hourglass had shifted.
At least I still have sand.
Well, Miss Mousy needs someone to take care of her when Uncle's not around. After all, it's not like she's Miss Toad who could have to pick up any meal in the pond. They're all in love with her.
Yeah, all the seeable parts.
Well, Miss Mousy just needs to try harder at it, that's all. She's never really had to grow up, but it's time now indeed.
Don't! Me!
You forgot the reindeer.
Really, dear? Maybe it's your tonsils. You should see someone about it. I've heard Dr. Red Squirrel is pretty good about those things.
Oh, I wouldn't see a squirrel about anything, let alone something as personal as tonsils. It's the attention span. I mean, it's just not there.
You must be wrong. My pair wouldn't do that. Not to his one and only darling. Married? Never. Mustn't one fall in love first? I'm sure that's how it goes. And what did she mean I haven't grown up? Oh dear.
Miss Mousy, what are you doing so far from home?
Oh, Miss Toad, I guess I lost track of things. Well, I was writing a poem about love and
I'm no poet, but shouldn't you be writing about things you know?
Well, I've read so much about it,
Not the same thing. It's the difference between looking at the pond and swimming in the pond. You don't know what is wet until you've experienced it. Say, I'm going to the pond to see Froggy. Why don't you come along?
Who's Froggy?
Come on, I'll introduce you.
I've never been to the pond before. My parents said it's wild and dangerous.
Well, that's what's so good about it.
I wish I could be a little more, well, you know.
More what?
Well, more like you, with some of that ba-ba-boom that you have so much of.
You have plenty of your own stuff.
Like what?
Like you can write poems and cook. Not very well, but still.
Well, if I had the style you do,
If I had half the brain you do.
if I had a smidgen of the nerve you do,
If I had an inkling of the charm you do.
if I had a micro dot of ever make everyone fall in love with you.
Everyone but the one I want.
What?
Nothing. Come on, you don't have to stay long.
Well, maybe just a minute or two.
I'll show you what love looks like.
Love is at the pond?
It will be when I get there.
It sure feels great to be home. I don't know what Miss Hen would have done if I wasn't there to save the day once again.
She did put up quite a flop while you were trying to help your Froggy.
She sure did a lot of squawking.
Well, I couldn't exactly make out what she was trying to say, but I figured it was her way of saying thank you.
It probably was Froggy. If
You're killing me! Chop, chop! What's the matter with you, you crazy baby?
sounds like thank you, then yeah, that is what she was trying to say.
Well, I mean, I thought she wanted to get to the other side of the pond.
Well, she did, Froggy. She wanted to go around the pond, not through the pond.
Well, I was only trying to help.
That's the problem. You're always trying to help, but folks aren't always wanting to help around here.
It's a good thing you're so cute, Froggy. I would say we may have to move along if all the folks you have tried to help could vote on.
I've done some good, no matter what you two say.
You sure have, Froggy. You round up all the hearts from here to Shade Glen. Why do you think Lipbank and I hang around here like we have nowhere else to go?
Because we vowed allegiance to each other. Together we're the frogs, the band, the saviors of the downtrodden, the last...
Hey! We didn't take any marriage vows.
You know we are one for all and all that, but it doesn't hurt to get all the gals to come around.
Well, I guess I do, don't I? I owe it all to my pappy frog. He taught me how a frog should conduct himself. He taught me to be brave and, hello, Miss Toad. Whoa. Oh, and, fearless and,
Oh, see, and smart.
Not some.
oh, so caring.
Oh, manners. We have such good manners.
Clean.
Oh, and truthfulness.
Yeah, just like Lipbank said, we sure do know how to be clean.
Well, the wild is a wind that blows from the west, strong as the pine that we put to the test. We thought you better hide your honey in a hollow rock. Here's all the gals gonna go for a yellow-eyed handsome frog. On the east of the pond to west of the stump, bold as the lightning coming out of the swamp. Hey, buddy, better hide your honey in a hollow rock. 'Cause all the gals gonna go for a yellow-eyed handsome frog.
This is one liquid from the don't change spots.
No matter where you go, you gotta know it's known. Swamps and swamps and bog. All the gals gonna go for a yellow-eyed handsome frog. Yeah, all the gals gonna go for a yellow-eyed handsome frog.
There's not a log hollow enough to hold what I've got to offer.
My name is Froggy, and if there's anything I could ever do to help you, it would be my pleasure.
Well, I am having a little trouble with my first past present articles. If you wouldn't mind, I'm sure. And likewise, Froggy, if there's anything I can ever do for you.
Oh, nobody can do anything for Froggy.
Well, it's not like we don't try.
My eyes are filled with your beauty, mademoiselle. May I offer everything I am or ever hope to become?
Are you crying again?
It is called passion. You would not understand it because you only read love poems to your horse.
They are not love poems. They are friendship poems.
So why were you kissing her?
Oh, I haven't seen you around here before.
Well, come on here before I not come here. He said it's wild, but I think it's beautiful.
Oh, so do I.
Wild?
No, beautiful.
Froggy, you haven't noticed my new dress like you always do.
I love blue dresses with puffy sleeves.
Careful, son. That's a little too detailed.
That's not what I'm wearing.
I notice your beautiful dress, mademoiselle. You do not even need it for one to notice. I mean, you don't. I mean, of course you need it. I was just inferring. I mean, by all means, please keep it on. It's just.
Anytime I've tried to tie him to knots, but he's always managed to do it for me.
You must be Uncle's orphan we've heard so much about.
But I'm not an orphan, monsieur. I have my mare taking care of me. My mare watching over me as well.
Oh, well, I thought... Oh, forgive me. I am such a dunce.
Yes, but that does not stop you from talking.
Oh, Miss Toad. I didn't know you knew Miss Rossi. You never mentioned her before.
I don't believe in crowding the garden.
Oh, I've never met someone from France.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, someone pretty from France.
I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. You are just the...
She means she's not from France.
My mother was from Paris. My parents used me the language to honor her. This locket is the only thing that I have left of her. This and the French language.
May I see the locket?
Certainly. Oh, I can't swim.
Coming. I won't let anything happen to you.
Wait! I think she can swim! Really, just give her a minute!
How did you learn to swim like that?
I guess it comes natural to me. I gotta get you home. May I walk you?
No, Mom here would never approve.
Approve of what?
Well, of you.
Well, it's not his approval I'm looking for.
Which you're,
Of what?
a stranger.
Well, I won't be for long. I'll come meet your mom pair. Well, Uncle Rat. I'll come a courting.
A wedding?
Oh, let me explain.
Oh, no, not now, left back. She's gotta get home before she catches cold.
Thank you for your kindness. I've enjoyed meeting you all. I hope I have the good fortune again. And Miss Toad, I see you feel bad, but really, it was my fault. I was standing too close to the edge.
Oh, I'll be waiting here when the moon is 3/4 high, right on the stump here. I've been looking for her my whole life.
What are you going to do about the lovely Miss Toad?
Do about her? What do you mean?
He's in love with her. She's in love with you. And you're in love with a little French mouse. As it's a trouble in my book.
Well, all I know is I'm going to court.
Do you have enough rope?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be late.
Where have you been? I've been worried sick. Oh, you're all wet.
Please don't ask me.
Well, why not?
Because I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me?
Because you wouldn't approve.
How do you know I wouldn't approve if you don't tell me?
I was down at the wild pond where you told me never to go.
What? I told you 1,000 times I don't want you going down there. What were you doing down there?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because you wouldn't approve.
How do you know I wouldn't approve if you don't tell me?
I was meeting someone.
Oh, I don't approve. Who are you meeting? Oh, come sit. Let's take off your shoes.
Oh no, I can't tell you that. You would never approve of that.
Well, how do you know I wouldn't approve if you don't tell me? I have a very open mind, you know.
I was meeting Froggy.
What? A frog? I don't approve.
Okay, what do you have against frogs? They're very nice.
All I know is frogs aren't our kind, and that's enough.
You've always told me to follow my heart, and my heart is speaking to me for the first time.
You're young. What do you know about following your heart?
Only what you've told me. Trust your heart, and therein you will find the answer.
Well, I take it back. I'm the one who knows what's best for you. That's why I found you someone to love.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm old, and I won't always be around to take care of you, my sweet, so I've taken it upon myself as your guardian to have you settled before I go.
Well, let's not fight. Now you sit here and I will make you some tea, and we won't talk about this anymore.
Not anymore tonight, but keep an open mind. I'm only looking out for your best interests.
I know, dear, and I should have grown up sooner than this and eased your mind, but I'm just waking up and it's so exciting. Oh, Mom, Harry, something's happening to my heart that's never happened before.
Well, you go on up to bed now. It's late and I'm tired. Good night, my child.
That's the thing. I'm not a child anymore.
Good night, my little woman.
Oh, I didn't think you were coming.
Well, my head says I shouldn't be here, and my heart says I should.
You make everything sound like poetry.
Well, I've written poems since I was little. Someday, I hope to write the title of a poetess, but not yet. It takes heartache and tempest to write a good poem.
Oh, that's what Miss Toad says.
Miss Toad is a poet?
Well, not exactly. Well, she says it takes the heartache of a usual kind to find the truth, or something like that.
Oh, she's very pretty, isn't she?
Miss Toad? Oh, yeah, she's great.
Oh, I need to go. It's late.
You just got here.
Maybe Miss Toad can keep you company.
No, why would Miss Toad? No, wait, you don't understand.
I'm afraid I do.
No, please. I mean, Miss Toad's great, but she's not for me. No one's ever been for me until you.
You are not playing a game with me?
I've never been more serious in my life. I've never been happier, more enchanted.
Well, maybe I can stay a little while longer.
Oh, please, come sit. Can I give you anything? The moon, a star? I can't think of anything that would suit you as well.
No, thank you. I'm happy just sitting here. I never knew such beauty and mystery existed. I read, dream, write poems about it, but could never have known this ancient calling that makes my heart yearn for love, as though it's all there is or ever will be.
Say something else.
Have you always lived here?
Oh, no. I used to live in a pond just outside the city.
The city? I can't imagine. What brought you here?
Oh, our pond was filled in and plowed over to make room for more city. And mind you, there was enough city to begin with. My parents refused to leave, but Pancho and I couldn't wait to go. So we set it out to see the world. Oh, we met Left Bank along the way. He was playing fiddle up on the high ground. So we formed a band, and we've been traveling and playing music ever since.
Well, what happened to the ones you left behind?
Well, Pancho and I don't know. But we vowed to find them, or at least someone who knew them. So we play music and search for things.
What things?
Oh, you know, just connections to the past, damsels in distress, love.
Have you found it?
Well, I realized I am the past. I carry it
No, I
with
mean
me.
love. Have you found it?
I hardly knew it was lost until I met you.
I really do have to go. Aunt Paris is a dear, but worries so for me.
I'm walking you home in no argument. It's too late for you to be out alone.
I would prefer your company. I feel a little faint somehow.
Well, that's strange, so do I. Is this strange wine enchanting and whenever I look at you?
To my head like champagne will do whenever I look at you.
ready.
Where have you been? I woke up when you went there and I was beside myself with worry.
I couldn't sleep, but I just stepped out for some air. I wish you wouldn't worry so for me.
When my surprise came, I needed you.
A surprise at this time of night?
Yes, yes, I told you I won't always be around to take care of you, but now I've taken care of my worst fears. Raymond, come here a moment. I want you to meet my Miss Mousie.
Enchanted, I'm sure.
I don't approve!
Well, that went quite well, don't you think?
What kind of sandwiches are these?
They are my grandmother's famous recipe. Cheese on bread.
What kind of bread is it? You know, I'm trying to watch my weight.
Well, dear, you have plenty of weight to watch, but bread is bread. What difference does it make?
I only eat whole wheat. It has fiber and helps keep one's figure.
You seem to be eating more than your share, but if it has to be whole wheat, then that's what it is.
Speaking of figures, I just met Uncle Rat's nephew, and I can't figure how they can be related. They don't look anything alike.
Yes, Raymond is very dashing, I must say, but I can't get a handle on how it's going in the romantic realm these days. Raymond has been here for 3 weeks and has made friends with everyone at the pond, but I hear he's getting nowhere with Miss Mousie.
There's something about him I just don't like.
I know what you mean. Even if he is Uncle Rat's nephew, I don't trust him.
Uncle's beside himself with worry over it, but I think he did the right thing. He knows what's best for her.
Well, I heard she's in love with Froggy.
So was Miss Toe, and I believe she was here first.
Then Uncle better get her married right quick if you ask me.
No one did.
I agree with Miss Peg. There's something about him that just makes me want to peck him.
I can eat another bite. Did you make me dessert?
Oh, yes. Cream puffs with vanilla cream and glaze and bittersweet chocolate topping.
Oh my, they're so big. I'll take 2, please.
Oh, look, there's Raymond now. Isn't that Miss Toad with him?
Now there's a couple who looks like they go together. Say, Miss Hen, what are you doing with the rest of these cream puffs?
Oh, I promised them to Grey Cat. You will. Thank you later.
Oh,
I disagree. I think we're very much alike, you and I.
How many green sequin dresses do you own?
I mean, we both have ambition. We aren't afraid to go after what we want.
And what is it that you want, Mr. Raymond?
I'll show you my Achilles heel if you show me yours.
Don't be fresh.
What I'm trying to say is that you love Froggy. Personally, I can't see it. I love Miss Mousie, and I know a way for both of us to get what we want.
Wait. You love Miss Mousie? You haven't even been here long enough to know her, let alone love her. And besides, from what I hear, she's not too fond of you.
We're working on that. But I find I do love her. Well, I love her jewelry. I love her beautiful china. I love her flatware. Have you seen it? Gorgeous. To wrap it up, I love her money.
All right, first of all, the money belongs to Uncle Rat. Second, aren't you supposed to be some long-lost nephew who has come to return and get along with his beloved uncle? What's money got to do with any of it?
Why, yes, I've come to see my uncle and everything he has to offer. But I recognize an opportunity when I see one.
And what opportunity are we talking about?
I'm getting used to not worrying about where my next meal is coming from. I'm getting used to fluffy pillows and people calling me Mr. Raymond. And no matter what, I'm never eating out of a trash can again. Besides, Uncle would want all this for me. Hey, I'm not your buddy try your bestest by your hot apple pie. I'm not your mellow yellow, your handsome fellow, your banana jello. I'm not your sweetie bun, your sitting gun, your dim sum. I'm not your lean man, your Easter ham, your Hoover Dam. I'm not your road to Oz, you're just because you're jazz trumpet. I'm evil like the things that scratch, evil like the things that bite, evil like the darkest night, evil like the not so nice, 'cause friendly is just what I am. Get this straight, my natural state is evil, 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 your parasite, your perfect bitch, your razor whips. I'm not your motorboat, your knitting tote, your pool afloat. I'm not your big fish, your special dish, your birthday wish. I'm not your cash cow, your here and now, your arching brow. I'm not your precious stone, your razor phone, your hectic tone. I'm not your latest thing, your frisbee fling, your ring-a-ding. I'm evil like the things that scratch, evil like the things that bite, evil like the darkest night, evil like the not so nice, 'cause friendly is just what I am. Get this straight, my natural state is evil, evil, evil,
Tell on you? We all tell on ourselves in the end. Just tell me how I get Froggy back.
Well, new love is like an eggshell. Yeah, crack it a little, and all the life runs out of it.
What are you, a poet? Just tell me how I get Froggy to love me again.
Listen, you just be at the pond tonight and
sure this was such a good idea.
Well, you know what they say. Time is as time does.
That's not what they say, and that's something I don't have.
Well, good day, sir. I'm here to see Miss Mousy.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Froggy, and I'm in love with your Miss Mousy. So I'd like to see her if you don't mind.
Well, I do mind. Now, if you don't mind.
Oh, she told me you might be a little surprised at our courtship at first, but I told her not to worry. Because anyone who could raise such a mouse has to be a wonderful creature.
So, you're the famous Froggy. Well, if you're going to continue to talk, you might as well sit.
Oh, howdy, Gray Cat.
Froggy? Is that? Well, I haven't seen you in forever. Well, how are the gigs lately? I hear you haven't been traveling as much.
Oh no, I've been sticking closer to home. I just can't think of a better place to be right now.
What is this foolish talk about you being in love with my Miss Mousy?
Well, it's not foolish, sir. It's the sanest thing I've ever said. And I'll continue to say it until she says yes to me.
Now you wait a second, you whippersnapper.
Froggy, I told you my pair wouldn't. Couldn't.
But I believe in the woods and the coulds. And I believe in coming out and saying it how it is. So if you don't mind, let me take you underneath the apple tree and tell you stories of bulls fighting frogs.
Oh, Mom, here can I?
Child, he is a swamp creature. I can't have him so.
Excuse me. Now
Pretty good?
It's bad enough he's a swamp creature, but a musician.
Ah, what a stunning day it is. Ooh, pardon me, I seem to have walked in the middle of something.
Not really. You walked in the end of something.
Oh, you must be Uncle's nephew we've heard so much about. Well, say, you look familiar.
So you're the famous Froggy. No, I wouldn't remember a face like yours.
Oh, still, you look kind of familiar.
I've been hearing talk around the pond that you're kind of sweet on our Miss Mousy.
I'm not your Miss Mousy.
We can all see the charms of this little mouse, so don't get too comfortable.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm just teasing. It's just, she's so easy to love. I guess no one can blame us.
What do you mean, us?
Uncle and I are just looking out what's best for us. It's up to us to decide what's best for her.
Shouldn't I be the one to decide what I like?
Not in this case. You'll thank me for this later.
I'll be back, Miss Mousy. Just stay true to your heart, okay? That's the only place you'll ever find the answer.
Oh, don't go. We don't have to talk about any of this right now. I'm not here to divide. Say, would you like to show me around a little? I haven't seen this place in a very long time.
Now that sounds like a great idea.
Oh, well, I guess I could, as long as you understand that.
Friendship. I promise. I'm never shy myself.
Take him to the Creaky Creek. He's bound to remember what happened there.
Oh, yes. How could I forget? Well, shall we?
Well, you can't go without telling what appears to be an exciting story.
Have Uncle tell you. He's a much better storyteller.
Only the one it happened to could do it justice.
Oh, I will never forget the day.
You mean the night?
The day meaning the night, of course. It was so dark you could hardly see.
Except the moon shone as bright as the sun that night.
You could hardly see for the light of the moon shining like the sun at high noon. I was there at the bend.
You mean straight away by the willow?
Yes, of course. I was standing there.
You mean lying there at the edge of the bank?
Yeah, I was lying there at the edge of the bank and in the night and the moon so bright, and all of a sudden I rolled off.
You mean pushed off?
You didn't let me finish. I rolled off because someone pushed me. You can imagine how I felt.
We didn't have to imagine. The screaming clearly told us you were unhappy.
Oh, how I miss the old days. Well, shall we, please?
Well, aren't you going to tell who pushed you in?
I have forgiven the person, and I believe one shouldn't dig up old bones.
It was your mother who pushed you in. She thought you were an old ratty boot and kicked you right in.
Well, that's why I didn't want to talk about it. Because every time I talk about my mother, why I'm overcome with sadness. Yes, I will never forget the day. Now let's just go.
He doesn't have a very good memory, does he?
No, he doesn't, and I have an overwhelming fear I've tempted the fates.
You know what they say. It's always darkest after the storm.
That's not what they say.
You know, you're right. It's always dark before the lights go out. No, that's not it. When each passing storm, it gets dark, and that's not it either. I got it. When the lights go out, it's dark. No, that's not it. You know, when there's a passing storm that gets dark,
I
and
hate to admit this, but that frog was rather pleasant.
a pretty good musician.
And my Miss Mousy really seems to like him.
Well, I haven't wanted to say anything sooner because, well, being Raymond is your nephew and all, I don't like him.
How dare you talk about my family like that? I don't like him either. This was a bad idea, and my Miss Mousy was right. Love is a power to be reckoned with.
Well, you know, I didn't want to say anything because I was wondering if there's a weak link in your family chain. A missing note in the family hymn. A lost ingredient in the family recipe. A broken rung on the family ladder. A popped up.
I get your meaning, Cat, but there's something missing.
Yes. Yes! Like carrot in a soup. Like teeth with a smile. Like rain on a rainy day.
Oh, here you are.
She is so beautiful and mysterious. I wonder what it's like to be filled with such light.
Oh, I know that Miss Toad can just take your breath away.
I wasn't talking about Miss Toad, I was talking about the moon.
Yeah, of course. The moon. It's nice too. That Miss Toad. Whew, what a beauty. Can you imagine anyone not yearning to court her?
Well, imagine it. Not everyone feels that way.
Why, Miss Mousy, I didn't mean any offense. It's just Miss Toad. Well, besides that, I was wondering if you'd like to go to the jamboree with me tonight. It's down by the pond. I think it might be fun. Never been to one, you know?
A jamboree? I've never dared to go because they start so late. Mom here would never have allowed it.
I've already asked if I'm going to escort you. That is, if you want to go.
I would love to. I'll just go tell him.
Oh, no. It was a hard one to get his decision. Let's just go.
Well, I'll just go grab my shawl.
No, you know, Uncle, he'll change his mind. Besides, I think it might be hot at the pond tonight. Red hot. Let's not hurt her out. I think this coat is something to say for Rocky. saying I'm gonna kick your ass! Oh, violence! Why does everyone always settle a score with violence?
There you are. We've been looking for you everywhere. What's going on here?
Me and Froggy were just having a little chat. Don't worry, friend. What a good word in for you. You know how fickle females can be.
What's he talking about, Froggy? What feels right?
That guy gives me the creeps. Want me to go smack him?
I'll smack him up. I'll tear him down. I'll... I swear that I'll go hand to hand.
And I'll go foot to mouth.
I will send his carcass north.
Send his keys to south.
I'll show him just who's
I'll
who.
show him what it's for.
He'll beg me for mercy.
And I'll pound him down some more.
Come on, there's a job to do, and a job that shall be done. The very one to see it through is a natural born, a natural born amphibian. I swear I'll take him to the
I'll
test.
take them all apart.
I swear that I'm gonna leave
My mark upon his heart.
I'll show him just who's who.
I'll show him what is what.
I'll send him to the moon.
And I'll kick him in the butt.
Come on, there's a job to do, a job that shall be done. The very one to see it through is a natural born, a natural born.
Amphibian. Amphibian. Amphibian.
I've never won anything or gotten anything for free, but I don't complain. Now the one thing that I've always prayed for will never be mine. Oh, Froggy. I can't blame him. Nothing but a pain in the pussy anyways.
Don't look behind the curtain. There's nothing there to find. It's just a heartache of usual kind. I've never been a winner.
Pardon my intrusion, mademoiselle, but I could not help but overhear how beautiful you sing.
No, I sing all right. Nothing to get excited over.
Well, you're wrong about that, and about what's behind the curtain. I have looked, if you'll excuse me, but what I see is the most beautiful creature that has ever hopped upon God's green earth.
Me? No, I'm just ordinary.
Enchanting, that's what you are, but someone like you could never be interested in someone like me.
Well, sure I could. I'm not, but if I were, why not? I'm sure someone could be very interested in someone like you.
I'm not talking about someone, mademoiselle. I am talking about you. I have loved you since the first time I saw you. I have pined over you ever since, while watching you pine over Froggy. And I can't blame you. I know I'm not dashing or handsome, but love could disguise any shortcomings one might have.
Isn't it funny? The heart can lead you around by the nose, not caring if it's going to break its own self.
I know you love Froggy, and if he would make you happy, I would wish for that for you, but it's not meant for you. I don't love you, Zoe. No.
No one's ever been this nice to me before.
May I walk you home?
I know how to get to my own house. Oh, you meant.
I mean, walk you home so I can listen to your voice when you say things and watch your eyes, the way they sparkle, and see the moonlight turn your hair into satin ribbons, the color of red chestnuts.
Where did you learn to talk like that?
Oh, it is not learned. It is deep within the heart of a Frenchman. You see, the passion he feels, it has a direct connection to his vocal cords.
You were right. I should have known a frog couldn't be true.
Whatever is the matter, dear?
It was a joke. Froggy never loved me. It was Miss Toad all the time. I saw it with my own eyes. Him and Peachy Toad carrying on down by the pond, although the night has no eyes.
Child, you were down at the pond in the middle of the night. Whatever possessed you?
I was with Raymond, remember? He told you about the jamboree.
Raymond told me no such thing. There, don't carry on so. There's something I don't understand, but we'll get to the bottom of this together. If Froggy's love is true, then there must be a misunderstanding. Sometimes we see something with our eyes, and yet our eyes don't see the whole picture. And if Froggy's love is false, you have lost nothing.
Regardless, I decided to use my head and keep my heart to myself. We've always done what was best for me, and I was a fool not to see that. I'll marry Raymond just as you planned, and you won't have to worry about me anymore.
Let's not jump into anything too quick. I've been thinking, and maybe it's not such a good idea.
My mind's made up. I will marry Raymond, and the sooner the better.
I demand to know what's going on around here. You dare take my Miss Mouser to the pond in the middle of the night?
Dear uncle, she was in good hands. I just thought she needed a little fun for a change.
That's not your concern.
No, let's not get worked up over nothing.
I don't know how you can be my precious brother's son. There's something fishy, and I'm going to find out where the stench is coming from.
You're just tired, and so am I. I suggest we get some sleep.
You do not suggest in my home. By the way, what was my brother's last word? When he died, someone found him alongside the road, and he said one word. And if you really are my brother's son, you will know this word.
I don't think this has anything to do with what's going on here.
Well, I do. Do you remember? It's become somewhat famous.
Of course I remember. I just don't think it's pertinent right now.
Well, I think it's pertinent right now. Great Cat found out from Google that the last place you were seen was the Shady Glen Tavern, and it was rumored that you were much shorter back then.
Indeed.
I've got your bags packed, and unless you can tell me this word, you had better be on your way.
I'm not playing this game with you. I heard Miss Mousy say she wants to marry me, and seeing that she's your precious, we wouldn't want to disappoint her now, would we?
You were eavesdropping?
Let's just say I was looking for best interests. Face it, Uncle, you're old and used up, and I'm moving in now. And no matter what, I'm never sleeping in a dumpster again. So let's let our little bride-to-be get her sleep, and I will be back tomorrow to seal the deal.
You will never set foot in this house again. What a terrible mistake I've made. I've got to get to the bottom of this, nephew or not. Great Cat can help me. I let fear blind me, and Great Cat will have the answer. Love is all she needs. What a terrible mistake we have made. Oh no. Oh!
And it's Horace, not Raymond. And by the way, your brother's famous last word? I know because I was there. There with a little, ouch, that hurts. Help, help, come quick. Uncle's been stabbed. A vile deed has been done.
order some lunch afterwards? Right on to business. Froggy, did you kill Uncle Rat?
No, ma'am, I did not. Would not, could not.
Well, that's what I thought. But some folks around here think differently. It's the main case of your dad being the perpetrator. Well, the perpetratee, seeing as perpetrator, use perpetratee, to purposely exterminate the one that's been perpetrated.
Well, I think that's true, Mrs. Owl. But I don't even know how my dagger could have been used for such a heinous crime. I remember the day I even got such a thing.
This is not a church social. We are here to accuse and pass judgment on this murderer. He must hang for his crime.
Mr. Raven, would you like to step up here for a moment? Go sit down. Now, Froggy, it looks bad for you, son. Did your dagger get up and walk away on you?
No, ma'am, it certainly did not.
Well, then think. Where did you and it separate?
I plainly don't know.
It's this sticking point, boy. So cut to the chase. Take a stab at it, Froggy. Sharpen your wits. Unless there's any sort of evidence of your whereabouts or the whereabouts of your dagger, I just won't be able to help you. Come up with something plausible. Anything. Something.
Well, I can only tell the truth, ma'am.
He was with me all that night.
Don't try to help me, Peachy. I mean, Miss Toad. You know I wasn't.
Froggy, they might hang you.
Well, if they do, they won't be hanging a liar.
Can anyone vouch for Froggy? Did anyone see him that night? Even Pancho and the bank couldn't find you.
I can vouch for Froggy, Judge.
Well, come up here and do it. Tell us it in proper order, so there'll be no chastising.
I can vouch on the afternoon of my uncle's death. Froggy here came to, his word, court Miss Mousy. Uncle threw him out. Froggy was upset and sworn to return. It turned my blood cold to see the look he gave my dearest uncle.
Vouching for someone means you're on their side. Oh, now go sit down. Does anyone else have anything to say?
I do, Judge. I saw Froggy riding into town the day after Uncle was, well, you know, his clothes were ripped and dirty and he was all glassy-eyed. I said good morning to him. He rode right past me like I was invisible and me, wearing my prettiest bonnet that morning.
Is this true, Froggy?
I guess, if Miss Hen says so.
Froggy, I only say so because that's what I saw. Come to think of it, maybe he was coming home from, what's that you call it, a jig?
A gig, Miss Hen. But no, I wasn't.
Does anyone else have anything to say? Raise your hand. Only if it's good.
I do. I've been doing some investigating on my own, and I have something to say.
Dear Gray Cat, come up and tell us what you know.
Namaste.
What kind of fool language is that? Tell her to talk plainly. Oh, you.
I haven't wanted to speak sooner because I wanted to gather all the information I could before the trial. Well, I was out and about on that fateful night when all appearances said Uncle was dead. But he wasn't. I held him close while you tried to say something. I kept asking him, "Who did this to you?" And he said, "Horse." Well, I don't know what that means, but I do know one thing. Horse is a long way from frog.
You fools! That proves his guilt. Uncle was talking about Froggy and his horse. Who else rides a horse around here?
Froggy, you better tell what you did and where you were there.
Well, if you must know, I'm trying to keep mine and Miss Mousie's business out of this. She's been through a lot already.
Miss Mousy, do you mind if Froggy tells his story? I'm sure he'll go to great pains to protect your feelings.
What he does does not concern me. If he killed my parent, I want to know about it. If he didn't, his fate is in his own hands.
Well, yes, I did go to Uncle's to try and court my love, well, Miss Mousie. And yes, Uncle did ask me to leave, but with kindness for me and concern for his Miss Mousie. When I said I would return, but before I could, something happened to turn Miss Mousie away from me and into the arms of Raymond. I heard it was announced that they'd be married, so I left, determined never to come back. I didn't know I was riding until I was riding brambles and swamp. My horse got frightened, so he ran until he tired, hours later. Yes, I was a mess, both inside and out. But when I heard about what happened to Uncle, I turned and ran for home as fast as I could. And now I'm sitting here ready to be hanged, which isn't the worst part. But to be murdered, or to be hanged for murdering the kindest, sweetest old rat I'd ever met, and to lose Miss Mousie, well, those two things are very hard.
Wow, then tell me this. How did your dagger get into Uncle's back and we could be done with this?
Judge, give me some time, and I'll get to the bottom of this. Well, I have some ideas. Oh, and one more important point is that I traced Raymond to the Shady Glen Tavern where he spent the night.
What's so odd about that? Most creatures stop there on the way to the pond, since the distance is quite far.
Well, true, but the night Raymond was there was the night Froggy's band was playing there. Well, I don't ever recall Raymond mentioning seeing Froggy there.
That's where I've seen you before. You were sitting at the bar talking with a skinny little rat. I noticed you because luck kept hitting you in the way that gave him creeps.
Yes, that was I. But I don't see how this has anything to do with Froggy killing my uncle. And all this after I've come from such a long way away.
Well, I don't know either. But I will bet my own demand that there's more here than one can see with a physical eye. Judge, give me time, and I'll find the truth.
Well, we've waited a week already, and nothing new has come up. Froggy's dagger killed Uncle, and unless he can say who else would have had it, he must be the one to pay the price. Froggy will hang at the full moon for the murder of Uncle Rat. Tell them you're with me, please. I'll vouch that for my life. Just tell them you're with me.
Open the door, Miss Mousy. It's me, Brandon. I've come to comfort you in your time of distress. It's the day after the wedding. We must talk about the wedding. It's the day after tomorrow, you know. We must watch Froggy hang as a married couple. Uncle would have wanted that. Well, I'll be here in case you feel like talking. Yes, I'll be here. And in 2 days, I will be king. And the key to the kingdom will belong to moi.
We've got to get him out. Pain is not one of the healthy activities I like seeing involved in.
Oui, it never turns out well.
I have a plan.
This is no place for a lady. Please, go back where we're safe.
First of all, I'm no lady. Second of all, I have a plan.
Tell us the plan, then go back home.
The plan involves me.
Okay then, let's hear it.
I will distract Mr. Badger while you two break Froggy out of jail.
Gosh, that does sound easy, but you see, Miss Toad, the bars are immovable. The lock is locked. And even if you ask pretty please, Mr. Badger is not going to give the key.
Talking to a male always reminds me of how advanced the female brain is. I can talk slower if you'd like.
Just how are you going to give the key, Miss Toad?
All you have to remember is that when I give you two the key, you go unlock the door so Froggy can come out.
Why don't you trust her? She's amazing. She can do anything.
Good evening, Mr. Badger. Do you smell the honeysuckle on the air?
Why, who goes there?
Oh, it's just Miss Toad out for a little stroll.
Why, it is you in the very flesh.
It must be lonely out here for you.
Yeah, well, just me and him.
You must be so brave to be watching over such a dangerous criminal.
But I thought you was on his side.
Oh, well, that was before I knew the details.
The what test?
Never mind. I feel like singing. Do you mind?
You're gonna sing just for me?
Well, if that's all right. I'm a red hot mama, I don't care who knows. I got the right stuff and I make sure it shows. I'm a red hot Susie, don't you run away. You're gonna beg to get closer. I say yes, you may. Well, I'm a high step.
Take the monkey out of me, will you? We'll see about that. Someone's gonna hang at the full moon and I don't really care who it is.
No, I'll be all right. Just don't let Miss Mousy marry that rat, nephew or not.
Stay strong. We will return. Hey, all ye frogs, jump to your saddle, and we shall ride so strong and bold, with our swords as sharp as razors, and your hearts as true as gold. You will climb the highest mountain, you will swim the wildest pond, we shall defend the highest honor, and not return until we're gone.
Swear by the feathers in our old shed bow, you'll not get up from where you land.
We will climb the highest mountain, we will swim the wildest pond, we shall defend the highest honor, and not return until we're done, and not return until we're done, and not return until we're done.
Pigeon's tired of babysitting. I show up here from Raymond soon. I might just have to drop this carrot top into a greasy hot fry pan and watch him sputter.
Raymond wants him alive until after the wedding, just in case he needs a factor to know about Raymond's life.
I checked with him and things seem to be going as planned. By this time tomorrow, he'll be married to that mousy gal who have stepped into fortune. He's so smart, he'll look cheesy and nice and neighbor the rest of his life. Yeah, it'll be his wealthy first cousins from the city shooting the eyes to the rolling hills and the glorious lily pad pond. We'll put out the call for our other 500 brothers.
They might even change the name of their pond to Lily Rat Pond.
But what if Raymond doesn't keep his word to us? Has he ever broken it before?
I think about 365 times.
And yeah, that's just in the last year. But he promised this time to be different. Yeah, this time it's for real.
How long do we have to keep calling him Raymond?
Until he gets married.
Did you hear that?
Well, I've heard just about enough. Come on, we gotta free that fellow. Let's get him.
What do you mean by get some?
I mean, tear him up, smack him down, tan their hides and skewer them to the wall.
Couldn't we get some by negotiation? I mean, look how deep they are.
You're right. I think we should negotiate the stuffing out of them.
By negotiation, I mean, we talk it over, no?
Come on, follow me, boys.
You put him to fight, you know that?
What are those two choices?
I can imagine using only one in this situation.
This gig is up, you dirty rats.
What's this, Urban Man of Frogs? I've never seen anything so adorable.
Oh yeah? Well, he who laughs last, laughs the best.
Bobby, I'd say this isn't the appropriate time for quotes.
I know. I just couldn't think of anything else.
Why don't you put down your little pokey thing to go have a good old-fashioned walking session?
Oh, we're on schedule. We just came to take out the trash. Then we need to get back home. Thanks anyway, though.
We call these our roast sticks. These are wrong places and chocolate chicken. We not only hear, but we have first-hand experience.
Oh yeah? Well, we know how to make ratatouille. It's an Italian dish, remember? We made it last week when we had that run with those rats on it. Swanee Creek.
Oh, I remember. My parents are actually set to imitate Uncle Sugi's when I was.
What's he down about? Did you just cut that? He said
There was too much God against the castle rats.
it wasn't a castle roll. It was a castle. It wasn't a castle rat. It was a castle.
Oh, what's the difference?
A castle has cheese on top.
And the castle rat is something you can actually eat.
I didn't see you. Not many cheese.
Oh, but you are accusing me of taking advantage of your remarks.
I don't even have a fromage. And if I did, you wouldn't get anywhere
You
near
guys
it.
are done. I can use some help over here.
This is like putting two monkeys in a bullshot. Oh, you want some bullshot?
Come on, let's take him out, boys.
I know you guys need to use willpower. We're frogs, and don't you forget it!
I didn't know rats could fly.
They weren't flying, they were running.
That was some great negotiation.
We had a little bit of negotiation up my sleeve.
Thank you for the rescue. I'll forever be in your debt.
Are you fit to ride? We must be going, but you can tell us your story on the way.
I am indeed. I hope we're not too late to save responsible for disastrous wedding.
It won't be too late. Let's go, boys.
Right, like Lucifer is chasing us.
Blonde hair, I know you're gone, but I can still feel you with me. I need you to tell me what to do. If your last request was for me to marry your nephew, then I'll do it. But should it feel this bad? Well, if that's what you want, then I'll do it happily. Well, at least I will do it.
Oh, Miss Mousy, you gotta come quick.
Why, Gray Cat, what's the matter?
The moon is full, and dire things are afoot. Hurry, or it will be too late.
Are you in trouble?
It's Miss Toad. Badger and some others are down at the devil's sycamore tree. Hurry, or they hang Miss Toad tonight.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
You were the only one who can save her. It was your uncle that was killed. The very one that helped Badger feed his family the year of the freeze. He would listen to you.
Well, none of us can pay the price to having me over someone else.
But she's innocent. They are using her to lessen the pain of Uncle's death, but they will pay a price that they cannot afford. I know you've lost your soul, but you haven't lost your heart.
I'm doing this for you, not for her.
You and she are more alike. Well, I'll bet my open math that Froggy was never unsure of you. Well, sometimes we have to look past the veil of illusion to see what is really there. Well, let's go.
Mr. Brad, you know Miss Toad didn't kill my hair. You must let her go.
Good evening, miss. This is no place for your delicate type. You better run on home. Justice must be served, and I'm here to do it. Your uncle was good to me, and I aim to see that his death is avenged.
But it was Monty that was killed, and justice will be mine. Daddy Rat and I demand you let her go.
Well, you see, I can't do that. I made a vow to Uncle Rat's ghost that I would hang somebody at the full moon for his murder. You can't break a promise to ghosts. You'll be haunted for the rest of your days, and well, I'm a scared of ghosts.
But you're forgetting one thing.
Well, what's that?
If you hang Miss Toad without a trial, you'll be a murderer, and then we will have to hang you.
But I didn't do nothing.
Neither did she.
But I gotta hang her. She's on the schedule.
Well, then you'll have to hang me too.
But I can't hang you. Your uncle will surely harm me.
Well, then, God with your hangings if you must. After all, a murderer must be hung.
Absolutely.
Then justice is served.
Absolutely.
The innocent must go free.
Absolutely.
So if you hang Miss Toad without a trial, you'll be a murderer.
Absolutely.
Then you should just hang yourself.
But I didn't do nothing.
Neither did she.
Well, I never thought of it that way.
Well, think of it this way. You just saved your own neck.
We almost killed an innocent man.
Are you all right? Yes, thank you. Sorry I didn't come sooner. You were right on time. saw your face, for you were right on time.
Today is my wedding day. Where's the thunder and lightning and hail? Come on, if this is what you want from me, please give me a sign.
Good morning, my little pipsqueak. Today is your big day. Hurry up and get dressed. Don't worry about your hair or anything like that. I'll sell the trumpet and meet you under the wedding canopy. Oh boy, I'm minutes away from becoming all I was meant to be. Rich and handsome and king. I like king. What a nice ring it has. Oh, I just can't wait.
Froggy, oh no, I must marry what's his name. I will honor my Pear's last request. No one can talk to her. Her mind is made up, but her heart is in turmoil. I can see it.
Stubborn, that's what she is. There's something just not right about this. Heaven save us. I don't care for that Raymond rat, even if he is Uncle's nephew.
Arrogant. That's what he is. He had the nerve to ask me when the little piglets were due. And me, so slim and toned.
Oh, don't worry about your wager. You can always lose it after the little ones arrive.
There are no little ones.
Oh, you poor thing. You can always try again. We must delay this wedding. Froggy will return. We must trust him.
It's too late. Here comes Miss Mousy.
Miss Mousy, just wait one more day. Your Froggy will return.
That's all right, Miss Toad. I'm over him. He's all yours.
But he loves you. I tricked him. And besides, there's someone who's taught me that I'm lovable. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't want Froggy either.
Stop talking about love. We're at a wedding.
We are gathered here today to join this mouse and this rat in the holy moly matrimony. You look a little ill, dear. I can wait till you have a bite of breakfast.
That's all right, Miss Owl. My stomach wouldn't be able to hold it down.
I see. Well, are there any objections to why these two shouldn't wed? Let's start with you, Miss Hunt. It's nothing I can put my finger on. I just don't like the girl.
I understand. It's nothing that would hold up in court. Anyone else?
Great cat.
Well, one would like to think that Uncle's nephew would like to get to the bottom of who killed him before he runs off and gets married. Well, Uncle was trying to tell me something before he died. He kept saying, horse. Or maybe it was Horace. He gave us a clue.
What kind of name is Horace? He must have said Horace.
I hope he didn't say Horace. That's just the worst name I've ever heard.
Well, maybe he was calling someone a horse.
Thank you, Miss Pig. Keep in mind there are little ones here.
And maybe he had a sore throat and he was a little hoarse. You know, froggy.
That's a stretch.
Look, I know my uncle wanted Miss Mousy to marry me. I being his last living relative, and she a precious weight from the side of the road. Oh yes, told me all about it. One born of his blood, the other, well, let's just say she fell into a nice situation. She's very lucky to have Uncle's blood relative to share her fortune with. Now, let's get on with it.
Mr. Raymond, will you bow your head?
Oh no.
I am still a presiding judge. Good cat, what were you saying?
I'm saying that there's a missing piece to this puzzle, and we should make time to let it unfold. Well, something in Uncle's last word. Horse, we need to look at this.
I know my uncle. He was pointing to Froggy and his horse. It's obvious.
Then why didn't he just say Froggy?
I know your whole inspiration to become a vegetarian. Would you like me to discuss this with Miss Mousy right now?
You're right. Let's wait till after the wedding. I'm feeling a little weak. Carrots don't always have a staying power.
Would you two like to share with the rest of us?
Oh, I was just wishing the bride and groom good luck. He's gonna need a little.
Right. Well, Miss Mousy, do you take...
Horace, my name is... I mean
Such a
Raymond.
horrible name.
Raymond, guys. All this talk about horses. Oh, I miss my uncle so.
Miss Mousy, do you take Raymond as your husband?
Must you call him that?
How about Rat?
Oh, that's better. Mrs. Owl, may I ask you something?
Anything, dear.
Do you think this is what Monter wanted for me?
What does your heart tell you?
Well, it tells me there must have been some mistake and that Froggy would never have been untrue to me and that I'm in love with him and always will be.
Well, then do you take this Rat as your lawfully wedded husband now and forevermore?
I must have lost my mind.
You did for a little, but luckily, you never lost your heart.
That's enough of this. Marry us now. We're supposed to be money. I'm married, and you're supposed to be my wealth. I mean, wife.
Step down, Raymond. I think you're done here.
Horace, step away from my mouse.
I knew it.
That's right. He's an imposter. He killed Uncle with my dagger. He stole at Shady Glen Tavern. This is Uncle's nephew, the real Raymond. If I lose, we all lose. This match will be going to me, so everyone stand back. Your quarrels with me, so let her go. Fight, stand and fight like you have a backbone. I don't believe in fighting. One might get hurt. I like all the odds on my side. Now everyone stand back. She'll be going with me, and we'll find a nice alley I live in, and she can cook for me and sing me bedtime songs.
You're not going anywhere with her, you sorry excuse for a pelt.
I may take a minute, but Google always comes through.
I never thought I'd live to see this day, but all's well that ends well.
That's not how that goes. I'm so happy to meet my real cousin. I know you're going to love it here at Lilypad Pond.
Oh no, I can't wait to get back to my real home. I'll stay till after the wedding. Tasha also can take me home on his horse. He's really quite fun, you know.
No, I'm 7 minutes away. You understand.
Hey! I don't know that! Really?
Well, it sure looks like the perfect setup for a wedding, doesn't it?
Now it does.
It would be a shame to have Mrs. Owl come all this way for nothing.
I don't think she came that far, really.
I was going to ask you to marry me.
What do you mean was?
Well, tell me how far Mrs. Owl came again?
Far enough to want to do a wedding.
Do you see anybody around here who would like to get married?
Miss Toad, are you sure you don't want him?
I'm sure, but thanks for asking. I'm waiting for a Frenchman.
Mademoiselle, would any Frenchman?
Heavens, no. There's only one for me.
Dare I hope to ask.
I guess I'll just have to find someone who will.
Not so fast. That big city might be this. Left big tree to keep him behind the tree all night.
For someone as stubborn as Froggy, 2 or 3 nights would be better.
Don't worry, I'll come back for you in the morning, and then you can come a courting.
What do you have to say about this, Google? Yahoo!
Froggy went a-courting, he did right on. Froggy went a-courting, he
sing